Haters, how are you doing? It is Marlene from Marlene Motivates. How are you all doing? I am your content creator for motivation, inspiration, positivity, and all of those things. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you over here at Marlene Motivates. So I wanted to do a little bit of a pop-up live and to share some motivation. I'm not going to be on here for very long, but something just came in my head and I thought, change your mind, change your mindset, change your focus, and change your loved ones and change your life. For many of us, we grow up with a negative mindset, not really because we want to, but because the people that we grow up with have a negative mindset because life has been hard to them, life has stressed them out, life has traumatized them, and because they have a negative mindset, we grow up thinking that this is how we should think about ourselves. But as adults, we have to make some choices in order to have the life that we want. See, that's one thing that's very important to understand, that the control is with us. Maybe some parts of your life may have been out of control. I know that many people have been introduced to trauma, pain, stress, feelings of worthlessness, neglect, abuse, narcissism, so many things people have endured from their childhood. And yes, it does. It gives you a complex, it gives you lots of issues and all of those things. But I wanted to empower somebody on today and let you know that it's possible for you to change your mindset, for you to change your focus, and you to change your loved ones if you really want to change your life. See, there's a lot of people who complain about their life. They complain about what they have and that things aren't the way that they want it to be, but they're not willing to do anything in order to change it. Hey, realists, how are you doing? Welcome in. Mod on deck. Happy Thursday, realists. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. So, yes, everybody, a lot of people, we know them. They complain about their life. They complain about so many things that are in their life and this and that, but they're not willing to do anything in order to have the life that they want. See, it's a wonderful thing to say to yourself, I want it better. I want better than my parents. I want better for my children. I want better for whatever. I want to be healthier. I want to love myself. I want all those things. And I want those things for you as well, motivators. But you have to be willing to put some skin in the game. You have to be willing to humble yourself. You have to be willing to take action. You have to be willing to do something different than you've ever done. And I know that it may make some very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable to make changes, to be honest with yourself, to not blame other people, that it's about you. See, for the first time in my life, I had to look at myself in the mirror and to stop blaming anybody else, because if my life isn't the way I want it to be, who's responsible for that? Me, you. And it means that we're going to have to put some work on in ourselves. You're going to have to put some work in your head, on your heart, and in your everyday action. So let's get into this, everybody. Change your mindset, your focus, and your loved ones, and change your life. So first, let's start talking about your mindset. When we speak about your mindset, we know that the mindset is an established set of standards, your established set of attitude, your attitude towards your life. What is your attitude towards life? We may think that we have a positive outlook towards our life, a positive mindset, but the moment a challenge happens, a roadblock, a fumble, a difficulty, a challenge, really, how do you let your mind go? See, one thing that is within our power, what is in our control, nobody can change what we think about ourselves in our mind. It's a very powerful thing. It's life-changing. It's powerful. Nobody can stop what you think. See, and that's why a positive mindset is something that we have to work at every day, because there's always going to be a challenge. There's always going to be people who are going to try to put you down. There's always going to be people who call you out your name. There's always going to be drama and foolishness. And also, if I'm being completely honest, it's also what we think about ourselves. Sometimes our mind condemns us. Sometimes we condemn ourselves and think, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I can't do that. And we talk ourselves out of gifts. We talk ourselves out of blessings. We talk ourselves out of opportunities just because of what we say about ourselves. And I want for us to do some work on ourselves every single day to shift and change that. That's why it's called mindset shifting. That even if you came from a negative mindset, even if it was your past, or maybe if it's something that we're currently working on, I want to have a more positive mindset. I want to think positively. There's some things that we're going to have to do in order for our life to be what we want. Hi, Jason. How are you doing? One thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to work on our mindset every single day. It's a daily thing. So how do we do these things? Hi, Miss Tracy. How are you? Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'm doing amazing. Thank you all so much for being here. If you guys could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe to this channel if you're new. I do motivational videos every single day, and I do lives once a week. So let's get back into change your focus. Now, there's a lot of things in this life that we can focus on, but what's important that we talk about is, well, what is your focus in your center of interest? See, there's a lot of things that we focus on, and we focus on distracting things, right? Distracting things that is not meant to be for us, things that's not in our purpose. We waste our energy, we waste our power, we waste our time by not putting our focus on what we are supposed to be doing. Yes, every single person, whether a woman or a man, we each have things that we are supposed to focus on that is specific for us, and not focusing and distracting our mind from other people, from the world, from stress, what other people want us to do. But really, we should be focusing. I'm a coach, Jason. I'm a coach. I'm a life coach and a counselor. So one of the things that we have to constantly put in the work. Hey, LP, how are you doing? We have to constantly put our work into what we're focusing on, and not letting the distractions from other people, stress, drama, and even ourselves, to not focus on nitpicking and trying to be perfect and trying to be like anybody else. You don't have to be anybody other than yourself. See, that's something that I have to remind myself every day I wake up. I don't have to be anybody other than me. Who cares who likes me? Who cares who appreciates? I don't care about that. Cast all of that to the side, because we will always be miserable. Our life will never be what we want it to be if we allow other people to get so much power over us. And we do it all the time with our relatives, with our quote unquote friends. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. But we have to be very cognizant, really pay attention to what we allow our mind to focus on. We can never change our life and have the life that we want, the life of our dreams, a life that is rich in blessings. Maybe if you want to elevate financially, we can't have certain things in our life until we allow us to get our focus right. Now, what are some of the things in your life that you focus on? It could be, the people that are important to you. It could be, trying to go for the money, trying to get your bag, all of those things. But one thing that is always so important to remind ourselves, hey, Miss Lynn, how are you doing? Welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Shout out to the mods. Yes, your family. That's a great thing to think about. We should really be thinking about the things that is important. And that's going to be different for every single person. Every single person is going to focus on different things because we're all different individuals with different feelings, different trials, come from different cultural backgrounds, different educational levels, financial status. So it's okay. But what's most important is that we celebrate the differences in others. I think that's one thing that is important that needs to be spread throughout the entire world. Celebrate the differences in one another. And the ones that don't celebrate you or appreciate you, you leave them alone. Hey, Sugar Love, how are you doing? Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Shout out to my mods, and make sure you check out all my mods' channels. So one thing that's very important is for us to go back to what we allow our mind to focus on. And like I was saying earlier, we focus on things that we don't need to. We're wasting our energy and our time focusing on what other people think about, the way we look, the way we talk, what we have. And I did that for many, many years, trying to keep up with the Joneses, and keeping up with the Joneses was making me broke. Like, the Joneses aren't getting that credit card bill in the mail. The Jones aren't getting whatever it is that's whatever we think that we should have. We have to learn to know what we each need as a woman, as a man, as a grown person. And that takes maturity. It does. It takes a lot of maturity for us to say, you know what? This is what's meant to be for me. I have to make my own self happy. I have to know how to respect myself. Respecting yourself is a part of that positive self-talk, that on a regular basis, we have to speak positively over ourselves. And I know that that's not something normal for most people, but the more people that I'm around that are very successful people, you have to be in control of what you speak about yourself. You have to be in control of what you speak over your life. That is so highly important. Speak positively over your life. Speak positively over yourself, okay? Speak positively over yourself and remind yourself as often as you need to. I'm valuable. I'm important. I can do great things. I'm a trendsetter. Whatever didn't happen to me yet doesn't mean it won't happen. See, we have to speak over our life. You have to speak life into yourself. You have to speak promise. You have to speak hope into yourself. If you don't speak positively over your life, nobody else will. Okay? Hi, Angela. How are you doing? Welcome in. I appreciate you all being there. Hey, Wayne. How are you doing? Welcome in. I think that that's so important. You have to speak life over yourself. You have to, and you have to say it out loud, and don't be afraid. Who cares what other people say? Who cares what other people think? Who cares who accepts you and receives you? It's about the ones that don't. And I know as a woman, it took me a long time to step into that and actually believe it. We wear ourselves out trying to be accepted by whoever doesn't accept us. And meanwhile, the ones that do, the ones that care about us, the ones that really do love us, we don't show them appreciation and gratitude. Hey, Miss Nancy, how are you doing? Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. So don't forget, don't waste your time on people who don't care about you. Don't waste your time and your energy on those that don't support you. Don't waste your energy, your effort, your power, your money, your time on negativity. Now, I'm going to say that again. Don't waste your time, your effort, your energy, your power, your money on people that don't care about you. Now, if we're actually honest with ourselves, we will know that. We know the people who care about us. We know it. But will you actually do something about it? If you know the people that are users, if you know the people that are takers, if you know the ones that don't support you, why do you allow them to stay in your life? Now, only each and every one of you can answer that. I can only speak the message. I can only encourage you. I can only motivate you. All of those things. Hi, mommy. How are you doing? Welcome. Yes, Sugar Love and Angela. It's so important for us to understand how much power we each have. So much power inside of ourselves. You do. You have more power than you think. You have more power than you believe. You have more power than you know. See, that's why it's important to speak life over yourself. Because guess what? If you don't speak life over yourself, you will be speaking death. And we don't want to do that. We want to speak everything that bubbles forth out of our mouth. We want it to be things that uplift our mind, our heart, our spirit. Okay? Hey, Charlene, how are you doing? We are supposed to make sure that what we say, it's so powerful. That's why it's so important to never speak negatives out of our mouth. Never say you can't, you won't. Like saying, I can't do things. I'm not good enough. I'm ugly. I'll never have money. Be careful about the things that come out of your mouth because those things produce itself in real time. I always say I'm in between blessings. I'm in between gifts, or that has not happened for me yet, or that door of opportunity has not happened for me yet. But it doesn't mean that it won't. See, first, we have to believe that we deserve things. Let's start there, motivators. Do you actually believe that you deserve certain gifts? Do you think that you deserve certain blessings? Do you think that you even have certain abilities? You should. Absolutely, Angela. Let's see if I miss anybody. Nancy says, don't waste your time, your effort, or your energy, or your money on people who don't care about you. Yes, Nancy. Miss Tracy says, family, always trying to support them, but they don't get it. Yes, and that's why it's so highly important for us to understand when people aren't giving us what we want, what we need. And you can tell people all day long, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, but they don't want to give that to you. Do you realize that? Are you honest enough with yourself? Are you transparent? Or are you living in this smoke screen, this facade? Do you want to have your ears tickled? See, one thing, hi, I can't even say your name right, so I'm going to say Tokas. How are you doing? Welcome. Everybody hit the like, please. I think it's so important for us to understand and to speak over ourselves, speak over your life with positive energy, motivation, encourage yourself. See, that's why I'm talking about change your mindset, change your focus. For many of us, we always had this thinking. We've always had this focus, this mindset that is very negative. See, we have to be one to say, you know what? I'm tired of the negativity. Okay? I'm tired of the foolishness. I'm tired of the drama. I'm tired of thinking bad about myself. I'm tired of not being supported. When we come to that actualization, when we realize, see, what had to happen for me, I had to first believe in me. I had to first believe in me. And the same thing for you all. You have to first believe in yourself. You have to speak out of your mouth. And you have to say, I'm enough. I'm deserving. I'm important. I'm valuable. I can do great things. I can. And so can you. But many times we can't get to the space in our life that we actually want. Hi, Wellness. How are you doing? Welcome in. We can't get to the space that we want many times because we have not allowed our mind, our heart, and our spirit to come together, right? And we must let all of it come together. First, you got to change your mindset. First, you have to change your mindset. You have to believe that I'm enough. Hi, Wellness. How are you doing? Welcome. Shout out to my mods. I really appreciate you. Shout out to my channel members. If you guys want to join membership, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you are all welcome. Hi, Karina. Welcome in. If you really want to change your mindset, if you really want to change your focus, if you really want to change your life, you have to be willing to put in the work. Hi, Miss Eunice. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. You have to be willing to put in the work. And it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to cut off yourself from certain individuals that are toxic. Now, I know that there's many people, right? Many people who are negative. Many people who are users. Many people who like to play mind games. Thank you so much, Karina. I appreciate you. It's many people who play mind games. Do you know people who play mind games? Do you know people who try to be controlling? Do you have people in your life that like to use you? See, our life cannot be what we want it to be if we allow people to constantly take and pull from us. If we constantly allow people to use us. If we constantly allow people to take advantage of us. If we allow people to take advantage of us and use us, that's what they're going to do. People will keep taking until you first say, I don't have to take that. I deserve better. I'm worthy. I can have better than this. And I want to put that out there to every single one of you motivators, male and female, all of you. You deserve better. You don't have to settle. You don't have to take the crumbs, and you definitely don't have to be a doormat. I want to say that to every single one of you. You don't have to be a doormat and let people run over you. You don't have to be the yes person, okay, to be liked by other people. See, I had to learn to change my mindset towards that too. We don't always have to be the person that has to be the do person. Oh yeah, as long as you say yes, I love you. But the moment you say no, the moment I stop supporting you, now you don't support me anymore. That's not true love. That's not real love. That's not somebody who cares about you. That's a person who is an opportunist. That's a person who is a user. And we have to want better. We have to know better, okay? And we have to understand that we deserve way more than that. Yes, Nancy, we do not have to be a doormat. See, this conversation is about empowering the minds, the hearts, and the spirit of every single one. Hi, Nollins girl. How are you doing? Welcome in. See, I want to empower the minds and the hearts because I know that every day in this world there's negativity. I know that. Every day you go outside, there's judgments, there's negativity, there's stress, there's foolishness, it's rubbish, it's people who take you for granted, it's people who don't support you, it's people who don't love you, it's people who don't understand you. They're not compassionate. You know, love is something in this world that is few and far between. Most people only love you while they can get something from you. And once they stop being able to get something from you, they drop you. But that's okay, because there's nothing that happens in this life that doesn't happen for a reason. We go through this life and things happen to us, and then you learn a lesson. You learn a lesson. Okay, I thought that person cared about me. I thought that person loved me. In actuality, they didn't care. They were just there to use me. But it's a lesson. See, change your mindset. Change your focus. And a lot of times we're focusing on the negativity when we need to be thinking about the positive. See, that's a shift. Sometimes we have to literally shift our mind and to stop hyper focusing on this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad in my life, and to shift our mind and to say, look at everything I do have. I have my health, I have this, I have this, I have this. Don't focus on what you don't. Focus on everything you do have. See, this is how we show appreciation and gratitude, and you elevate more and more. You cannot gain strength in this life if you don't empower your mind. First, your mind has to be strong before your spirit can be strong. Because sometimes our spirit gets broken and crushed from disappointment and hurt and what this person did and what this person said and expectation postponed. We were expecting so many things from other people. Now, I don't know your situation, okay? Thank you so much, LP. I don't know your situation. I don't know what you're going through, but I know every single person that is alive deals with issues. I know every single person has issues. I know that every single person has drama. I know every single person goes through things. I know every single person struggles from time to time with feeling worthless, feeling that they can't do something and they feel like their problems is bigger than them. Hi, James. How are you doing? We all struggle, but guess what? There's strength in numbers. There's strength in support. And I want you all to know that. Don't worry about the ones that don't. Listen, I'm telling you that if I had focused my mind on all the people who spoke negatively about me, you know how many people told me, who wants to hear motivation? Who wants to hear about encouragement? Nobody wants to hear that. And they would discourage me. They would laugh at me and say that wouldn't work. Who wants to hear that? But here I am. So I'm speaking to anybody. If there's something in your life that you want to do, see, I'm speaking it over your life and I want you to claim that. Whatever is meant to be for you, claim that and receive it. Believe in it. Believe in its power. See, it's a very powerful thing when you believe in yourself, when you have that confidence. I'm worthy. Even if other people don't believe in it, even if other people don't like you, people are jealous, people are toxic, yada, yada, yada. Okay? People are say something. All right? You're scared? Well, have to get some support, Jason. I think that's the best thing. Find yourself some supportive people, maybe a mentor or a counselor. I think that's important. Let's see what else I missed. Right, Nancy. Yes, stopping those thoughts can be hard, but not impossible. And you know, LP, that's why I always say that's why it's so important for us to talk about our mindset. Your mindset is so important. It doesn't matter what's going on the outside. It doesn't matter what other people are saying. You have to be strong here first. Even if your body could be falling apart physically, but your mind, when in your mind, you know your own value. You know what is meant to be for you. You're strong on your inside. I always say work on your foundation. And I know that because I went through a whole period of years, and it took me years and years for me to be in this skin and to be able to say out loud, I'm worthy. And not just say it, but I believe that. I'm not just saying that I'm worthy. I'm saying it because I believe it now. I'm saying, and I can say it to you and anybody who needs to hear it. You're worthy. You're worthy of having, you're worthy of being, you're worthy of walking through any problem, any situation, but you have to speak it over your life. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have confidence in you, even when others don't. Even when others abandon you, when they backstab you. And I know it hurts because I've been there so many times. The things that people have said and done to me, it could have broken me. I could have been throwing the towel. I could have been said, oh, forget this motivation stuff. Forget this and forget that. But I know that there's people that I need to reach with this message. I know there's people who need to hear it. And every day I get up and I say this and I empower not only myself, but I empower you all as well. And I want you to know that you're enough. And whatever your current situation is, and whatever is hurting you, whatever is troubling you, whatever is stressing you, I say speak life over yourself, not judgment. There's enough judgment on the outside in this world. There's enough judgment. There's enough negativity. There's enough expectations from other people. Please don't punish yourself. See, that's all about your mindset. See, when we speak about and say, I am enough, that means I'm enough in my current stage, not enough to the standards of society or your siblings or this person or that person. No, it's about being conscious, being self-aware as a woman, as a man, as who I am in my present. On today, I am enough in my present, in my current situation, with everything that I've done, everything that I said. I take full ownership and I embrace me. And I want you to say that to yourself. With all of my issues, with my past, with what people have said, I am enough. Yes, Charlene, I am enough. And I want you to not just say it, I want you to believe that. The time to believe in ourselves is not in the easy times, but in the hard times. Maybe when you're being dragged through the mud. Maybe you're feeling very disappointed about a current situation. Maybe something didn't pan out the way that you want to. It doesn't mean that you aren't enough. It just means that maybe that situation wasn't meant to be for us. See, everything is how we allow our mind to focus on things. And I know for myself, I have to stop allowing my mind to focus on the negative and shift my mind, It's a literal, sometimes you have to literally shift what you're looking at. You have to literally shift and turn yourself. I can't keep looking at that, because you'll make your own self miserable. You'll make your own self unhappy. We cannot allow ourselves to be stuck in what other people think and what do they like. Hi, Goddess. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Yes, and stability. Yes. Yes, Eunice. You have to know who you are. See, and that's not something a romantic relationship can't give you. Self-love. Nobody can give you love. You have to give that gift to yourself. Every day you wake up, I have to say, I give myself love. Every day I wake up, I have to say, Marlene, I give you the permission to be phenomenal. And you have to speak over your life as well. Hey, Shay, how are you? Yes, I sure did. My vacation was phenomenal. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I missed you guys, but I had to get back to it. Angela says, right, I give myself the love and patience that my parents and others did not give to me. Yes, I want to speak to whoever needed to hear that, whoever needs to latch onto it, whoever needs that hug, whoever needs that support, whoever needs that strength, whoever didn't give you what you wanted. I hope for healing. I hope for peace. I hope for your resilience. I hope for you to bounce back. I always think about my life as a ball, that you have to bounce back. You can't lay down. You can't stay still. You can't think life doesn't change. You can't think that there won't be disappointments. You can't think that people won't backstab you. You can't think that people won't abandon you and lie on you and cheat and be jealous and all of those things. That's what people are going to do. One thing that we cannot control is we cannot control what other people say. You cannot control what other people say. You cannot control what other people do. You cannot make another person support you. You cannot make another person understand you. You cannot make another person have compassion. That's something that each man or woman has to want to give to you. That is a gift that person has to want to give to you. You can't make a person respect you. You can't make a person support you. You can't make a person be compassionate. You can't make a person love themselves. I used to wear out myself, always thinking that if I was more kind, if I was more supportive, if I showed more love, then they were going to give me that back. And I had to change my mindset to that. by me being more supportive, that is not going to make them support me. By me being more loving, it's not going to make them love me. See, I had to start with me first. I had to work on me and heal me and be at peace with me and say, there's certain things that I have to give that back. I have to give that back to them because I can't take on other people's burdens. Hey, Miss 702, how are you doing? Welcome. I can't take on anybody else's burdens. I'm already got my own issues. I'm already over here overwhelmed. I had to say, Marlene, stop it. And I want you to say that to yourself too. Stop doing that. Stop punishing yourself. A lot of times we put our own self in a prison and we've locked the door. Nobody hasn't locked the door for us. No. We haven't, nobody hasn't locked us in that prison. We've locked ourselves in there. We've told ourselves we can't do things, or we have to stay around these people, or we have to accept whatever it is. And we don't. You don't have to accept foolishness. You don't have to accept lies. You don't have to accept poor treatment and lack of support and disrespect. You don't. See, that's what I'm talking about. Change your mindset. Elevate your mindset. You know, a lot of times we grow up in dysfunction. We grow up in toxicity and thinking that it's okay, and it's not okay. I don't know what year this person is talking about, so I'm removing that comment. Yes, Miss 702, working on me, because if people feel a way about you, you can't change it, and it's not your problem. Yes, we must stop worrying you two. We must stop worrying what other people are thinking. We must stop worrying what other people are doing. We must stop worrying about their judgments and who likes me. No, you go about and be phenomenal. You go out there and be your best. You go out there and radiate and elevate and do everything that you want to do. See, we can't change other people. All we can do is be our best self. But it takes a lot of courage. I have to tell you that. It takes a lot of courage to stand up every day after day and to say, today I'm going to be strong, because some days our mind is like, today mentally I'm not strong. Today my mental health is not in a good position. But that's my job. That's nobody else's job. When my mental health is not in a good position, that's my job to say, why not? It's my job to say, have a seat, unplug from other people so that I can be better, so that I can be stronger, so that I can love myself. Because if I'm not in a good position, I can't be good for anybody else. You can never be a good whatever in any relationship until you are okay. You can't be okay for anybody else. That's real talk right there. And it took me a long time to get to that position, that learning to pull back, learning to pay attention when my body says rest, physically, mentally, spiritually. When I need something, I give myself the permission. I command myself and say, I must love myself by doing this, this, and this. So absolutely, motivators. If you feel like you need some rest, if you feel like you need whatever it is, then do that for yourself. Who cares who is mad? Who cares who is mad? Who cares who likes it? Who cares? It's about you. It's about you being okay. You know, I used to be wearing out myself. I mean, literally, I almost unalived myself pleasing people. I literally was almost on the brink of death, blood pressure sky high, putting on all this weight, headaches, miserable, bad financial situation, trying to make everybody happy. And me, who's the most unhappy? Me. But everybody around me was smiling. They're kikiing. They're having the best time of their life because you're the little puppet. You're that little puppet that won't say no. You're the little puppet that always wants to please everybody, but at the same time, inside you're screaming. I need I need a rest. I need a vacation. I need to put my feet up. I need this. I need that. I need to eat. I need to. But yet you keep pleasing everybody, but you're not pleasing yourself. You're not putting your own oxygen mask on. Let's stop doing that. Let's end that. It's time we end that. Who cares about other people if we're not okay? If you're not well, how can you be okay for anybody else? If you are not well, how can you be okay for anybody else? See, that's what I had to understand and learn. Until I learned I'm worthy enough to take a break. And that's what you guys just saw this week. Never before I would say, it's my time to take a vacation, and I actually did. See, I would call it a vacation, but I would still be at home, still doing things for everybody. I'm on vacation. I'm here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that for everybody else. That's not a vacation, everybody. You know, I had to even learn how to unlearn certain things. Like if I'm on vacation, that's not I'm on vacation to help and support other people. I'm on vacation to support myself, my mental, my spiritual, my physical. Filling up my cup is what I need. And I say that to all of you, you caregivers, moms, dads, aunties, uncles, grandparents, sisters, all of it. Until you learn you, until you respect yourself, until you put boundaries out there. It was still muted. I'm sorry about that. Yes, goddess. I had to learn how to heal as well so that I could be a better me. And yes, you have to heal to be a better you. Hi, THAKUJ001. I'm doing well. How are you doing? And I see Nancy had a comment here. People pleasing will ruin your life. And it surely will. Yes, Charlene. Only you know what you're feeling. You know, I say that all the time. You have to know yourself. You have to know yourself, everybody. You have to know what you want. You have to know what you need. You have to know what you desire. You have to know your abilities and stop settling. You know, and it applies to all relationships, romantic and platonic, you know. So I'm about to get into the next point. Yes, I had to learn that as well. You have to heal to be a better you. Yes. You have to heal to be a better you. And I don't know who needs to hear that message, but you do. And one of the things that I had to go through in my life is I had to give myself permission to heal. I had to give myself the permission to stop being bitter. Stop being bitter, stop being angry, stop trying to control other people and what they think. We cannot make other people think a certain way. We cannot make a person like certain things. We have no control over that. and we'll be wearing ourselves out. You'll drive yourself insane. Literally, you'll drive yourself crazy if you don't stop that. So we have to stop allowing other people to have so much power over us. Don't let people have power and control over you. Don't do that. It's most definitely not worth it. Okay? So let's get into the next point. Change your loved ones. See, we're talking about changing your life. Now, I know that this is a very sensitive topic. I'm not trying to step on any toes. I'm not trying to start anything with people and their loved ones. When I say loved ones, quote unquote. So let me say this. Many times, people that we love don't love us. Okay? And that's the reality. We can think people love us, but just because we love them, you can love people, somebody with your whole heart, but by their actions, by the way that they speak, by their lack of loyalty, by their lack of respect, by their lack of, not really caring about your boundaries and your feelings, they don't love you. So pay attention to those things. And that's why it's so important from time to time to do an evaluation. Evaluate, are these people really loving me? Do this person really care about me? And it can change. It can shift. And it's not a tit for tat. It's not because I do this, you do that. No, but you have to be getting something. All relationships, you have to get something back in order for that to be a healthy thing. And I know that many people, they stay around in toxicity. Listen, everybody, listen to this message. Okay. Listen to this message, everybody. Change your mindset and change your life. How many of you have people that you quote unquote love? You love them. But are they doing everything to show you back? Is this being reciprocated? Do they show up for you? Do they challenge you to be better? And thinking about that makes me get very emotional, because I know for sure that there are certain individuals in my life that they only love me when they can get something, right? There's some financial gain. I love you with stipulations. I love you with conditions. I love you as long as you can do this. But the moment you can't do that, now they start talking very nasty, derogatory against you, like you never did anything for them. The people who are very ungrateful. You really find out who people really are when you go through situations. You really find out when you're at your lowest, And I learned that when I got to rock bottom in my life with many, many situations, that's when you find out who your true tribe is. That's when you really find out who really loves you from the heart, when you have nothing else to give but love. You don't have I can't give you anything financially. All I could ever do is give you spiritual support, okay? Yes, sugar love, facts. Yes, they have no love for you. However, they have no problem using you. And that's when it's up to us to make a decision. Am I going to continue? Am I going to stay around this negativity? Or am I going to empower myself? And I wanted to say this to somebody who needs to hear it. Empower yourself. For such a long time, I stayed in a very toxic, a very manipulative romantic relationship. I stayed around toxic, using manipulated friends, toxic, using workspace, toxic, manipulative, and using relatives, your family, quote unquote. That's why I always say change your loved ones and change your life, okay? Because it's not about who we love, but it's about who loves you back. It's not just in the words. And many times we're focusing on the words. People will say, just come out of their mouth. It will just come out of people's mouth just like that. Hey, Slice of Farming, how are you doing? Welcome. Yes, Lynn. Yes, especially when money is involved, goddess. Yes, especially when it comes to money, people can, they can act completely brand new when you don't have money to give them. They act like they don't know you anymore. They barely talk to you, and you've done all of these things. You've given up of all your financial means, and when you get to a space now where you're bankrupt, or you can't do what you used to do, your situation has changed, or whatever the case may be, you just can't do what you used to do, that's when you find out the real intentions, who this person truly was, okay? Who they've always been. Yes, Angela, those toxic takers were just like vultures. Just like vultures, aren't they? And they won't stop until you put a stop to it. So that's why I say you have to change your loved ones. Just because, I speak to all of you motivators. I don't mean don't love people. I mean pay attention to how they are loving you back. See, if it's just a one-sided, if it's always you're always making the phone calls, you're always making the plans, you're always doing X, Y, Z for them. It's always you. It's coming from your side. Encouraging, motivating, money, support, always you. And it's never them. That's toxic. You don't have to stay around toxicity. Did you all get that? You don't have to stay around toxicity. See, we have choices. You have a choice to make every single day you wake up. I have to make a choice to love me. I have to make a choice to believe in me. I have to make a choice to respect myself. I have a choice to make. And many of the times the choice that you need to make is to say no. Sometimes that choice is to block people. Block them out your life. You don't need that negativity, that drama, all that bad vibes, bad energy, complaining spirit, are always complaining about their situation, but they never do anything to shift it and change it. See, I can't deal with those type of people anymore in my life. I'm past that point in my life. I know that I deserve more than that. I can't have people in my life anymore that use me. I can't have people in my life that always talk about things and they want things, but they never do anything about it. They're always complaining about their life, but they never make any different changes. See, if you don't make different choices, you can't make different changes. I remember when my therapist told me that's an option you have in your mind, motivators. Every day you wake up, you don't have to make the same choices. You don't have to keep the same negative people around. You don't have to be used. You don't have to be a doormat. You don't have to. You have the choice to say no. You have the choice to be empowered. You have a choice to move on with your life. You have a choice to do better. You have a choice to get other people in your life. You don't have to settle for them. You don't have to settle for the foolishness and the drama. You can choose to move aside. Next. No, don't settle. Do not settle, brothers and sisters. Do not settle. I want you to know that you deserve better. Hi, Jeremy and Cheryl. How are you doing? Yes, Angela. Yep, those toxic takers were just like vultures. Yes. Tell it, sis. Thank you, Sugar Love. Angela says, Yep, I had to declutter those people out of my life. Yes, you know, I always talk about cleansing. And cleansing, okay? Cleansing is something, a purification, and purification is on many, many levels for me. I make sure that I purify everything. I purify my body, you know, just like people detox their body from toxins. We always have to detox our mind, you know, because there's always things being fired at us that we're not enough, we're not doing enough. And I want you to know, you can't live up to everybody's standards. You cannot make everybody happy. You cannot bring everybody joy and never focus on your own. No, and I'm not saying be self-centered, that it's all about us. It's not all about us, but it's not all about other people either. We have to strike a balance. We have to know who to support. We have to know what to support. We have to pay attention to where, okay, I see you're a manipulator. I see you're a controlling person. I see that you're jealous. See, when our spirit, or when a negative energy comes in the room, or someone is trying to put us down, someone is trying to throw a monkey wrench in your plans, you have to be honest with yourself, honest enough to say, you know what? They're using me. Or when you feel the negative energy, when they're drawing all your power, they're drawing all your strength away from you, and say, you got to go, you got to get out of here. I don't care where you go, but you can't be in here. Your energy is not good. Your energy is off. When somebody's energy is off, they have to go. I say that again for anybody who didn't hear. When someone's energy is negative and off, they have to go. But will you be empowered? Will you be strong enough to say, it's time to cut ties? Sometimes it's not because they're a bad person, but they're not what you need in your life. You may just be on two different wavelengths. You know, you're here and they're there. And sometimes you drift apart. That doesn't make them a bad person. Sometimes it's that way. You just drift apart because people are going in two different directions. But other times you have to cut it off because you know that that person is using you. You know that person is taking advantage of you. You know that person is disrespectful. You know those things, right, sugar love? And you have to say bye-bye. You have to. And they'll play the mind games. See, people like to play mind games with people because they think that you're on a lower wavelength, or if they have been controlling you and you stop letting them control you, now they get angry, they get jealous, and those are very dangerous people. Just separate yourself very slowly from them until you just stop. Especially, you know, I say this on all my channels. If you feel unsafe at home, if you feel somebody is verbally, mentally, sexually abusing you, taking advantage of you, being disrespectful, abusing you financially, emotionally, spiritually, in any way, if you feel harmed, people putting you down, talking bad about you, saying you can't do something, and you're ugly and you're foolish and you're this and that, you know, making fun of you at their expense. They're laughing at you, but giving the backhanded compliments. No, no, no. Don't do that. Yes, detox physically, mentally, and spiritually. You must. You must. Angela says, yes, facts. Yes, sugar love, if you have not hit that like, please hit the like. I really appreciate it. Hi, Sharma. Thank you so much. I think that it's so important for us to talk about this. We're at the space in this podcast and conversation today where we have to talk about changing your mindset. Okay? We have to. We have to be at that space in our life, and we can't keep waiting. Don't wait for a perfect opportunity. No perfect opportunity is ever going to happen. There's always going to be drama. There's always going to be this. There's always going to be all of these things out there, right? There's always going to be negativity. There's always going to be jealousy. But we have to respect ourselves. Respect yourself as a woman. Respect yourself as a man. And if other people don't like it, that's their problem. Put your oxygen mask on. Respect yourself. Know what you want, you know? Sometimes we have to sit down for a little bit. We have to sit down for a little bit and ask ourselves some questions sometimes. Am I taking care of myself? Am I respecting myself? Am I paying attention to my energy? Do they make me feel bad about myself? Are they using me? See, it takes a lot of courage to ask those questions. But it also takes a lot of courage to know when it's time to say when. It's time to say, no more. I'm done. Because we can't save anybody, you know? I feel like I need to say this to somebody because I feel like somebody that's watching either now or in the replay needs to hear this. It's not our job to be everybody's savior. It's not your job to save humankind from whatever it is that they need help with. It's not our job. It's not your job to be a person's banker. It's not your job to be a person's therapist. It's not your job to be a person's whatever it is that that person needs from you. If you feel like it's too much, they need to go elsewhere, okay? Respect yourself and know your own boundaries and know what you can do and know what you can't. And when you know you've had enough, then you inform them and you let them know. And if they still continue, then to protect yourself, to love yourself, for you to be your best, you must cut them off. And that's all there is to it. You must. There's no other choices but to cut people off that are users and takers. Yes. Yes, you're right, Sharma. It is all about discipline. We have to be disciplined too. We have to discipline ourselves, you know? And it's very hard when it's our family, quote unquote, our relatives, because I don't know, there's some form of displaced thing that we feel like, because this is my relative, I must do this. We feel like some drawing force. And meanwhile, we're battling inside. You're battling, you know, your physical health, maybe financially. You just know you can't do it, but we feel like we have to. And we don't. When you know you've had enough, have enough courage, you know, save yourself. Save yourself, but because I would hate to see people unalived behind people pleasing. And that always chokes me up all the time. Because there's a lot of people out there that have not made it because they couldn't learn that I'm enough. The power of no, the power of a choice, the power, I'm empowered. I don't have to, the power of no. The power of, I got better things to do with my life. I got other things that I'm focusing on. I got my own things that is meant to be for me here in my life. And I feel like I need to say this to something because it just came in my spirit to say. If there's somebody here and you feel like this person is a dead weight, like you're carrying around all their issues on your back, on your head, on your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, and they're just pulling and they're taking away from you. They're taking, and it's driving you crazy. You feel like you're going insane. I don't know who's ever been through this like I have. And you love them, but it's time for you to choose yourself. See, but we aren't loving ourselves. You got to love yourself, everybody. Angela says, I have love or care for certain relatives from afar because they are not good for me. Oh, you received that, D? Amazing. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you, Miss Lynn. I'm glad you love this. And I just wanted to say for everybody, everybody out there, those who are watching live, those who are watching on the replay, change your mindset. Respect yourself. And if you have not set some boundaries, it may be a perfect time to get out a journal, a piece of paper, and start off with having 5 boundaries. Even start off small. I will respect myself. I will pay attention to when I'm tired. I will tap into the power of no. Hi, Grammy's Journal. How are you doing? Welcome. I will tap into the power of no. And no is a powerful thing, and you don't have to explain why it's no. All you know is no, and that's it. Don't explain that no. No, they don't have the right. When you say no, it's no. That's it. It's no because it's no. That's being empowered. You don't have to explain nothing to no one. Okay? Walk in silence, motivators. And I wanted to come on and do this conversation because I felt that there was somebody in my motivators family that needed some encouragement on change. It's hard to make changes in our life because we get into, for so many years, I don't know about you all, but for my childhood, I had all of these things, constantly drilled into my head, and always feeling that I had to live up to this standard of making everybody happy. But all along, everybody else, they're walking around, they're smiling because they're sitting back, they have their feet up, they're relaxed, and you're stressed out. You're running all over the place, you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, pleasing them. But nobody has the courage to do the same thing for you. Somebody who really loves you and really cares about you will say, have a seat. You put your feet up. Can I get you something to drink? Can I do this for you? How can I support you mentally? How can I support these things for you and make you happy? That's what's important. Us making sure we're doing what we need to do so that we can be happy. You doing what you need to do so that you can be happy. That's what this, having the courage to step into it, to step into, your space, to step into the foundation and say, I deserve to be here, And I want to speak that over all of everybody's life before I leave this conversation. I deserve to be here. I deserve to be respected. I love myself. I respect myself. I am worthy. I am highly important. And you are. You're worthy. You're highly important. So know that. Receive it. And change your mindset little by little. I deserve to put myself first before other people. I deserve to enjoy my life. I deserve to be treated well. I deserve to have a positive attitude. And anybody who is changing my attitude to a negative one must be cut off. It is not optional. It's not a choice. Okay? No negativity on this side. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. See, when you make a choice to change your mindset, when you make a choice to change your focus, when you make a choice to change who you love, not because they're saying they love you, but because of their actions, but because of the way they treat you, because the way they make you feel. See, that changes your life. So make sure you're being supported. Make sure you're being respected. Make sure that people are not taking you off track from what you should be focused on. Focus on your light, your energy, your power. Focus on that. Know yourself Love yourself and respect yourself. Remember how valuable you are. Remember how important you are. Put that out in the atmosphere so you remember we're always going to speak over our life. I am worthy. I am capable. I can do great things because I believe in me. Yes, motivators, believe in you every single day. Believe in you every single day. Every single day. Respect yourself, love yourself, and know your worth. Change your mindset, your focus, and your loved ones, and change your life. I'm Marlene of Marlene Motivates. Shout out to all my channel members. Shout out to my moderators. I appreciate every single one of you. And shout out to all of my motivators family. Anybody who needs to be encouraged today, motivated, and inspired. I hope you got something from this message. I hope you were fed. I hope it gave you something to think about. Keep thinking about you. Keep loving on yourself. Be your best. Be your best because you deserve it. Hey East, how you doing? Thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you take care of you. Take care of your mindset. Take care of your physical person. Take care of your health. Take care of your finances. Take care of your spirit. And please don't forget your soul. The soul is important. It's what's going to carry you. It's what's going to carry you. I appreciate every single one of you. You know what we say over here on Marlene Motivates. Just know it. Just breathe it. And be it. And live your best life. I will see you all back on Monday. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Keep your head up. Be encouraged. Be inspired. And be yourself. Remember, you are more than enough. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. If you have not joined channel membership starts at $1.99. We're going to do a member-only live stream coming up on Monday, so don't want to miss out. I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep your head up. Be positive, be motivated, and get out there and change your life by doing what you need to do for you. You know your life. Have enough courage to do it and to be it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.